Hi guys, welcome to today's vlog. It's actually like a video for the month of March, more like a video that it's been really long I uploaded here. So I just wanted to like just make this video just to keep instead of just leaving it dormant, just keep uploading. I just hope I will even have the time to keep uploading more, maybe like once a month. But I've been at the gym since I came quite early, but you know how most Nigerian gyms are, they always like blast music really loud, and it's hard to like get a really good video where you talk to the camera because of the sound. But at least they've toned down the music, and I've done quite a few workouts. Just finished off today from the gym, go back home, probably walk, eat, and I might head to the supermarket to pick a few things that I might like cook for today. So let's just keep up with the workouts. Yeah, I still have chest press to do, inclined chest press to do. I still have inclined chest press to do, and I've done my aerobics already. I use the treadmill, I use the machine for running. I don't think I'll be working out the leg that much today, but I'll try to like do some maybe squats. It depends. I did not put my belt, so let's just see what we can do. I'll do some bicep curls, some shoulder press, and yeah. So that's just it. Step one, six. Yeah, I cut my hair. I can't remember the last time I went to a barber shop to cut my hair, because I invested in a clipper like 2 years ago. The last time I went to a barber shop was 2 years ago. I bought a clipper, and then ever since then I've been like cutting my hair myself, just to help me save costs, because it was part of the things I wanted to do that year, to like cut down on so many expenses that I felt I could manage myself. So rather than going there to give them some money to cut my hair, I just bought this. And it's been 2 years now, and I've been doing this myself. I was doing the maths the other day, and I found out that it has saved me so much money. Like because even where I cut my hair normally, it's even quite cheap there. There's some places where the prices are outrageous, and you think about it, how much it's gonna like cost you as an initial investment to get a clipper, and the time that's going to. I think the major thing is not even the money. I think the major thing that most people find challenging is the time to learn how to cut their hair themselves, because it can be quite challenging to how to cut your hair, especially when you're trying to like cut like from the back. Yeah, so that's, by the way, the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video is striving to be a man, striving hard to be a man, like a complete man. And I think there are like 4 boxes that you need to like constantly fill. You need to like be leveling up on a daily basis on your journey to being a man. And when I say being a man, it's not just about your gender, or a man who actually knows what he wants and has what he's supposed to have. So there are 4 boxes. There could be more, but these are the 4 major boxes I feel myself personally. You need to start filling up, you need to start leveling up if you're striving to be a better version of yourself as a man. So the first box is physical strength, the second box is financial strength, the third box is mental strength, the fourth box is spiritual strength. And I think these boxes themselves, they complement each other. Like if you have this, it's going to help you get more of this. If you have this, it's going to help you get more of this. And I'm going to explain those boxes in like details now, what they mean, and how you can start filling those boxes yourself as a man. So the first one, physical strength. I think physical strength is one of the boxes that is quite common these days. I think a lot of people are working right now than before, like compared to like 10 years ago. A lot of young men are actually like putting in the work at the moment. And I think maybe it's kind of like a generation thing. As time goes, more information is like spread out, and more people adopt to like new kinds of lifestyle. And what I mean by physical strength is you being physically strong, you being physically active, in good shape. You can defend yourself, you can protect your loved ones, just generally being physically strong to the point where you can defend yourself. And how can you do this? You can do this by I think the most common one is going to the gym, working out, lifting weights, getting strong, leveling up with weight, building muscle, getting in good shape, eating right. And I think that's the most common one. But there's some other ways you can actually like build your physical strength. You can maybe engage in like combat sports, like maybe boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and some other extreme ones. You must not. I think the most common one that you can even do as someone who is like maybe starting out is going to the gym basically, and it's the most convenient for a lot of people. Yeah, I myself, I started boxing last year. I've not really been consistent, but I've been doing it, and I'm improving. So it's something that pushes me like physically. So you just need to push yourself physically, building your strength over time to the point where you're going to be confident in your abilities. You'll be confident in the face of adversary. You need to like be able to like turn up for yourself, because there's definitely going to be a time where you need to defend yourself. You need to actually like do something physical to help yourself. Not even maybe yourself, like maybe your friends, your loved ones. I've seen like situations where people are being pushed to like tight corners, and being forced to probably do something, and you don't want to find yourself wanting in those kind of situations, because it messes up with you mentally. If you're like in a situation where someone is intimidating you, a fellow man like yourself is intimidating you, and you probably did nothing wrong, because you don't even have to be a violent person. You probably did nothing wrong, but people are very, very strange these days, and person is intimidating you, and you're afraid that if you maybe do something, if you maybe take any action, the person's gonna like mess you up. I think that messes with your mentality, because I can't even imagine myself in that kind of like situation, where I'm even defeated before I can do something. I'm defeated by myself. You're telling yourself that you're gonna like be messed up if you try to do anything, and then you just back out and then take all the insult and all that. So I think you need to be physically strong. You need to have physical strength, physically strong, physically active, even not for defense but just for yourself, because like I said, most of these things complement each other. Like if you're physically strong, if you know you're confident in your abilities, it's going to translate to your mental strength, because you now carry yourself more, you raise your shoulder high, and you're just confident. It boosts your mental strength as well. So that is it for physical strength. So what you basically need to do, go to the gym, enroll in like an academy where you can learn combat sports. You must not take it to a very high level. You can start little, and with time you get better. So that is just that. Coming over to financial strength, I think this is also one of like a common thing that young men these days keep chasing. Everyone is trying to like make money, everyone is starting a business, everyone is like getting a job, everyone is like saving up money for something, everyone is trying to just make money. And I think it's now like a rat race. It's not like a rat race where everyone is just in this race. You don't even know how you got here, but you just know that you are in this race, and you're trying to like just make money to fend for yourself, maybe to fend for your family, to fend for your loved ones. So I think there's a strategy to how you can actually do this, rather than just running with your eyes closed, because at the end of the day you're still running, but you need to run with direction. You need to actually know how to make money, you need to know how to save money, you need to know how to invest money, and you need to know how to make more money. I think that is one of the biggest challenge for lots of young men, even myself as well, because I'm not excluded. Learning to know how to make more money with the money that you currently have is not really difficult to get a job. It's not really difficult to be employed. It has never been a problem. It's just that it can be hard, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem depending on your life situation, obviously. But I feel the most difficult thing is actually like starting a business, which I feel is something that every proactive man should be looking out to do. Start a business. You can still be working, because at the end of the day you need money to start a business. So how are you going to raise the initial capital to start the business if you are not maybe coming from a stable family, where a financially stable family? Maybe you're trying to work things by yourself, you're starting from scratch, you're working things from the ground zero. I think you need to actually get a job in 9 to 5. I was sold into this lie of 9 to 5 being a bad thing. It's not actually a bad thing, to be honest. There are people that are making really good money from like working in 9 to 5. There are people that are earning like in the thousands of dollars, in the thousands of pounds from their job on a yearly basis, and that is enough to actually like give you that life that you want. It's actually enough to give you that life that you want, that life that you're envisioning to have, being able to provide for yourself, being able to provide for your family, your loved ones. I think that's enough. But at the end of the day, you should strive to get more. You should strive to be better. You should strive to do more than you're currently doing. That's the reason why you need to start a business, because a business is scalable, but a 9 to 5 is not scalable. So a business, you can start from zero and then end up in 100, and then end up in 1,000, end up in 100,000, end up in 2,000, and it's relative of the time. It can happen in maybe like a year, it can happen in 2 years, it can happen in 5 years, it can happen in 10 years. But if you're working a 9 to 5, the progress bar
there's a little bit of progression here. It's not just stagnant, but it's very, very slow, and it's not determined. You can't determine the progress, but it's maybe your employer who will decide to maybe give a salary raise and all of those stuff. So a very strong advice for anybody who you might not even like maybe start, you maybe working in 9 to 5 now, but a strong advice is start planning on how to start a business, start saving up to start a business to help you make more money. Yeah. And it could be an online business, a physical business, it could be anything. Just find something that's profitable in the area where you are, in the country where you are, and then just double down on it. Strive to become the best, and then definitely you're going to earn some more money. You're going to make money from doing it. So stop buying into lies. Stop buying into lots of things that's been posted online. Some of them are very terrible lies. And so talking about investment, you need to know how to invest money. You need to know when to invest. You need to know when not to invest. And I think it's a whole subject that you need to study. There's a whole course that you need to study investment. And I think every prospective young man need to have investment. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're not going to only earn money from your physical strength, from you like doing something. You have things that are going to like do things for you, things you've set in place that are going to do things and give you money at the end of the day. So you're just going to be like maybe the CEO and all those kind of things. Learning how to invest is going to like give you an extra source of income, and it's something that is scalable as well, because when you invest this amount, you get some returns of investment, which is called ROI. You can use the whole money, invest in something stable. Learn the art of investment. You need to learn the art of investment. It's going to like help you with your financial strength. Learning when to save, learning when not to save, learning when to use your savings. And I believe like every young man there should have something that they're trying to get. It could be maybe a house, it could be maybe a car, just something that you are trying to like get for yourself, to make yourself happy. You need to know when to use your savings and when not to use your savings. So financial strength is going to like help you a lot as a man. It's going to help you because like I said, it translates to your mental strength. Because a lot of depression these days, you look at so many young men who go into depression these days, a lot of this depression is caused by them not being able to like afford some basic things that they really want. Not even like luxury, some basic things that they really want. Not being able to like finance their dreams, not being able to like pay for their school and stuff like that. Yeah, so I think you need to start working towards filling up that bar. You need to start filling up that box for your financial strength by maybe learning a skill that's going to like make you employable, to raise up that initial capital that you might need to maybe start up a business in the future, or maybe get some investment. And at the end of the day, you see most rich people, they're not working a 9 to 5, to be honest. It's not like a 9 to 5 is bad. A 9 to 5 is a good starting point for every man, but at the end of the day, you should be chasing for something bigger, something harder, and then something that's going to make you come out of your shell. Yeah, so that is just that about financial strength. You need to learn all these things. You can learn them in books. You can learn them from reading books. You can learn them from like watching videos, signing up for some courses that teaches how to like invest, teaches how to maybe manage your money, that teaches how to cut down on expenses, how to track your spending. You're just making sure that you're not spending on the wrong things. Yeah, there are people who can help you with that. They might actually need there are some free resources out there, but I think the paid resources are always going to be better. So yeah, that's financial strength. So coming back to the third box, which is mental strength. Mental strength, I think, is it's been neglected these days. That's why I see a lot of people going into depression, like I said, from the other one. And it's not just even about financial strength relating to depression and all those things that can maybe cause the decline in the mental strength. There's so many things that you can work on to have like an overall sound mental strength. Related to, I've talked about physical strength relating to mental strength, talked about financial strength relating to mental strength. I think one of the major thing is being able to tame your sexual desires, because before you actually do something, it goes to the mind, and then your mind tells you to do it, and then maybe you are not strong enough to say no, and then you find yourself in situations where you don't want to be. Now there's a lot of promiscuity in today's world, because a lot of young men are not being taught to be able to handle themselves in like difficult situations, having the mental capacity to say no when you have been like pushed to the wall to do some certain things that you don't want to do. Now, as a man, you need to have control of what you want to do and what you don't want to do. You need to have full control of yourself in what you want to do and what you don't want to do. You need to be able to like control your desires. You need to be able to train your mind not to think about some stuffs. You need to be able to train your brain to not give in to some certain things, because at the end of the day, it is not about physical strength when it comes to sexual desires. It's more about mental strength, being strong up there to say no in like some situations. I think one of the major problems today is the presence of social media. I think social media has caused a lot of harm than good in our society today. A lot of men are out there in like bad situations, and they can't even like come out of it because it's hard. It's terribly hard to come out of those kind of like situations where you can now think straight fully, because there are lots of dangerous materials, a lot of dangerous like things out there at our fingertips that you can just use like maybe to Google search to find a lot of naked girls on like social media. So I think if you need to train yourself, if you're actually trying to train yourself mentally, you need to cut out from those things. You don't need those things, to be honest. You don't need to see all those test traps being set by these girls that are trying to make a living from your pocket. They're trying to make a living from your pocket, so you need to spend your money on the right things. There's a lot of fake life out there on social media, and it makes so many people, so many men feel that they're not doing enough, or they are not where they're supposed to be, or they are not actually living life at all. So most of those things are lies on social media. They're trying to like make a living as well from your pocket. So you need to cut out from the distraction, focus more on yourself, build yourself, cut away from your phone, except maybe you are doing something on your phone, like maybe on social media, that is earning you money. You need to cut away from those things. To be honest, if you want to build that mental strength, you need to read more books, train your mind not to seek for dopamine from these devices like your phones, your laptops. Train your mind to seek dopamine from some traditional things, like maybe going out for a run, like maybe reading a book. I have a book that I've been reading for like a month now, 12 Rules of Life by I think Jordan Peterson, I think that's the name. Just give me a minute, let me get it so I can share with you guys. Jordan Peterson B. So this is the book, Jordan Peterson B, 12 Rules of Life. Is a really long book. I've been reading it for like a month now. Not really been like consistent with it, to be honest, but I've been trying my best to like finish it up. Most of these books that I got, about 10 of them since last year, I've not finished them. I've read just like 5, so I'm trying to finish them up this year so I can get some more books. Reading books is like a way for you to like just detoxify your brain and just get away from that loop of going to social media and scrolling. It's frying your brain. It's making you seek for pleasure, like a really quick dopamine hit that will fade away, and then you're finding more. That's just how most of these things work. You're now finding more. So you need to train yourself to be mentally strong in different areas. I might not have covered a lot, but I think I've mentioned quite a few. So coming to the last box is spiritual strength. And I know most of you that are even watching this video might be neglecting this, but you need to build a strong relationship with God. I myself have been like doing that since the beginning of this year. I've been praying more than I used to. At least I pray every day. I have an alarm that wakes me up in the morning to pray. I've been reading my Bible. I have this 365-day plan, reading the Bible and getting to know a lot of things from this book. There's a lot of intriguing things about the Bible that when you're reading, you find out that it can even help you in life, maybe in your business. There's a lot of secrets in that book, to be honest. It's not about going to church. It's not about the tradition of every Sunday you go to church. It's not about that. You need to have the strong proximity with the Most High, where you can relate with Him, your problems, you can share your deepest fears, you can talk to God, and just pray for the things that you're working on to work out. I don't think any man can actually do this life on his own. The world itself is a mysterious place, so there's a lot of uncovered stories about things that we are even actually like seeing with our eyes that we don't even know about. Also, these things are mysteries, and it wouldn't be good if you're actually like doing life without God as a man. Even if you maybe have a family already, you can bring your family closer to God. If you're already close to God, get closer. There is no limit to the proximity. If you are maybe trying to start a family, make sure that you are starting with God. If you're a single man, make sure that you're moving life with God, and keep away from sexual sin, things that are going to take you away from God. So those are the 4 boxes, like I mentioned before: physical strength, your financial strength, mental strength, and spiritual strength. Those 4 boxes are what I feel you need to start leveling up. You need to start getting better in those areas of your life as a man, where you're going to be confident about yourself. You're going to be confident about the kind of life that you are living. You're going to be confident about the choices that you're making. You're going to be confident about the things that you do on a daily basis, and you're going to be proud of yourself at the end of the day. Not just even people being proud of you, you're going to be proud of yourself at the end of the day. And that's what I have been working on this past few months since I last uploaded my video. That's just it. So I wish you guys the best, and stay hard.